Our form has diminished, our stomach has soured, and I am not in the camp office. So I have some explaining to do. But we have our bedroll, and damn it, we are on our way to Milton. / Mountain Town. / Milton. Hello, Legion, this is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of The Long Dark in our last Misery series. So, this is not the camp office. Why am I here? What happened? Yeah, I definitely just recorded for about 5 minutes. Or, sorry, thought I recorded for about 5 minutes, but I wasn't recording. I have a light bar on my keyboard that's designed to light up like nice and bright green when I'm recording so that I can really see that clear, you know, color distinction. It's not even red, it's green. Nice and bright. Yeah, I didn't notice. Didn't notice that I wasn't recording. So I have a couple of sprains. As you can see, we were making our way along the far slope there to avoid the wolves, like you do. And now I have a couple of sprains. I did manage to read a cooking, or not a cooking, but a fire starting manual during that brief period where I thought I was recording but wasn't. And I also ate some cattails and drank some water. Aside from that, you didn't miss much. I danced with a wolf a little bit, but didn't actually get charged, and it was just kind of down the tracks that way. So now I'm just making my way to Trappers. Didn't miss much other than that. It's about 5 minutes gap in the continuity. My bad. Hate that it happened, but it is what it is. Let's keep moving. I'm a little bit nervous because I feel like there's probably going to be a wolf right around this corner. As soon as I can see past this... Really? We don't even have rheumatic joints. We don't even have rheumatic joints. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. It really is funny because right at the moment of the second sprain, I remember making a comment like, this is why they call it misery mode. And that second sprain, of course, was the start of the episode.
It's a bit, but I'll make it.
Alright, so I should technically go ahead and... those saplings are back at the camp office, too.
I'm gonna need some first aid soon.
Thinking about that. I can either come back for them later. Okay. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about that for now. We're not at a point where we can really consider making the bow and arrow, like, in the imminent future, so it's not the end of the world that those are not immediately accessible to me. I'll hopefully find some more saplings before long.
Ow.
Should have grabbed those on the way out, but I didn't. Hindsight's 20/20. But yeah, I was saying, like, this is why they call it misery mode, and this is around the time that I realized there wasn't actually any video being fed in. So,
That smarts a bit.
let's grab some coal. There's still the possibility of a wolf. There's also the possibility of a bear. I want to get to Trappers as fast as possible, so normally I would go visit Max over there, given that we know that the crows are circling his body. I think I will forgo checking the barn first, in favor of going straight to Trappers. One thing that we are woefully low on is matches. We have not found many matches so far. Oh, look, the moose is here. Not found many matches so far in this particular run. But we have found plenty of ways to get sprains. Do I have any... I do. I have some scrap metal, but not... I need to find a little bit more if I want to make some improvised crampons. So let's get inside here and recover a little bit of condition and temperature. We are plenty cold. Need to recover.
Hurts a bit, but I'll make it.
Okay. Now what I'm hoping to find here, a lantern would be nice. But at the very least, some matches. Here, look, there's a bandage. That's a nice find. I'm just going to go ahead and use that right away, so I don't have to stumble around this particular homestead anymore. Alright, nothing in the crate. There's a book. It's nice and useless. Alright, so far not very promising.
Come in handy.
There's a marine flare. Alright, a flare. Another heavy hammer. Okay, so the game has given me 2 heavy hammers so far. 2. I'm not going to lug them both around. I picked that one up just for, I don't know, posterity. Where are there matches? There are no matches here. This is wild. Okay, I mean, it's not wild. It's the lowest possible loot table, and matches are rare. But let's see what might be in this safe. Maybe there are matches in the safe. You never know. Oh, okay, I must have missed it right as I started spinning it. Wait. Why is it showing... Is 0 literally the first number? Oh my god, it is. Oh, that's wild. Okay. Okay, so... I think the second number was right after 0. Oh no, it was 10. Okay. I've never had 0 be the first number before. Wait. Okay, I think I have to go all the way around a second time. Or maybe it's 59. It is. Oh, that's really, really weird. Okay. So you literally open the safe and it's like Templar 1 is ready to go. Alright, 10, 59, 10. There it is. Alright, 48. Not optimistic, but you know. Work boots. You know what? That's not bad. That's not bad. I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay, at the moment... Wait, how are driving gloves better? That's just because of the condition. Okay, I was about to say. There's no way. There is no way at all. Okay. Well, this has not been a very rewarding visit to Trappers, and I'm sad. But now we can keep moving, and we have a flare that we can use to get through the cave to Milton, which, you know, that is a gift. Won't complain about that. I have way too many cattail heads. Let's go ahead and drop 20 of those. Maybe do a little bit more inventory management too, because we do have a cliff that we have to worry about here. Speaking of that, I really need to keep moving. Being totally honest, because I don't have any matches. I don't want to waste any trying to find water. And the thing is, once I get to Milton, there are lots of houses with toilets, so the ability to get water without spending a match is close. I would just have to leave some of these supplies behind. And that's another thing to think about in terms of those saplings that I left behind. Like, I don't have to necessarily fret that those are... that I did leave those behind too much. Oh, nice. There's a sewing kit. Note left behind. That's one of the better writers. Things backer 4793 there. Contributed a number of notes from the Kickstarter campaign back in the day. Always enjoy reading their work. Okay, I really want to triple check for matches. Make sure that I'm not lying to myself and just overlooking an obvious match spawn. Because it is kind of dark in here. But yeah, we are pretty much without matches. We do have an extra flare. That's good. Okay, so I need to get rid of these pants. It's going to take 30 minutes. Let's do that. Condition is not particularly high. I don't have any cooked tea, and again, I don't have the means to make any at the moment. Because I don't, well, I do, but I don't want to expend a match. So let's take a look at what the heaviest stuff we're carrying is. We have some cooking oil. We probably need to leave that here. We have the flour. We probably need to leave that here. I don't want to. I don't want to. But unfortunately, that's the world that we live in at the moment. I also have a couple of pounds of salt that I don't need at the moment. I have all these training manuals. I do have a fair amount of reclaimed wood that I don't need on me at the moment. That coal would probably be handy to keep with me. The new running shoes I can get rid of. Salvage for leather. So I'll do that in a moment. I'm actually looking pretty good in terms of... And of course there's the heavy hammers, which I can get rid of one right now. I can technically get rid of both. But there's a part of me that like... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to get rid of both. Because here's the thing. We are very close to the Forlorn Muskeg transition area. We're playing Misery, so it's a big ask. But by putting these away here, I'm saving a ton of carrying weight. And also, I can, if I'm, say, using the Forge in Forlorn Muskeg, I can dip in here relatively quickly and get what I need and turn right back around. So there's that. I have a lot of sewing kits. Let's go ahead and carry, let's say 2 of each of the repair items, and we are under encumbrance. How about that? I didn't even drop any books. And I didn't want to drop any books. So we haven't even gotten rid of the shoes yet either. If I can find a way to keep one of the heavy hammers on me so that I don't have to go back for it, I will. So we'll see how things are looking when I leave here. I might have that opportunity. Let's go ahead and harvest these. Okay. And now we do have a chance, before I go to sleep, while there's still some daylight, we do have a chance to do some reading. I don't have any water left. So at this point, unfortunately, I'm going to have to smash open a can of some... I can't eat that dog food, so I'm going to drop that. I'm going to start smashing open cans. Starting with the heaviest first. Because I need the water. I hate it, but I don't have anything to drink. And I don't want to use a match if I can help it. So we're going to try not to. Okay, that didn't help very much. That's unfortunate. So we're going to have to sleep in pieces. Or we're going to have to start a fire. Now, I could use the magnifying lens. Technically. Because the weather's pretty good. Oh, nope, just kidding. Weather's terrible. Tell you what. Let's quickly... Hi, moose. Oh, that's bad positioning on the moose. Let's go visit that barn. Because if there are matches here, then that's a win. Oh, wow, you're going to turn into a blizzard right now. Okay, that's rude. Okay, no matches here. Let me run back. Just kidding about the weather. Weather's not fine. Weather's definitely not fine. I'm going to try not to lose any more condition here. The downside of being stuck in a blizzard for a second is, of course, this is hurting our clothing a little bit. So that's less than ideal. But yeah, this is going to be a harrowing trip to Milton, but once I get to Milton, assuming I don't get eaten alive on the way, things will be a little bit better. Okay. Made it. Did I miss anything? I'm like quadruple checking for matches because it just blows my mind that there have been so few matches in Mystery Lake. But that's life. Alright, so that is probably like... That's not a lot of sleep that I can get on that amount of thirst. So I'm confronting the very harsh reality that I might have to, in order to safely make it to Milton, I might have to try and start a fire here. That might be what needs to happen. because I can't guarantee enough water from the peaches. Is there anything else that is going to replenish my thirst? No, not really. I mean, that will a little bit, like eating the rest of those peaches, but yeah, it's just suboptimal all the way around. I have 3 matches. We have a book, so that's an 80% start chance. Cross your fingers. There's 1 match gone. Oh boy. Okay. Well, that is a step in the right direction. I'm going to go ahead and just, well, yeah, I don't need to put the coal on the fire. Tell you what, let's go ahead and start making the water. What I can do also now that I'm doing this is I can make some tea. So I'm absolutely going to do that. Let's break this down. Add the reclaimed wood to the fire. The chair is going to take 45 minutes. I'd rather just break down this crate for another 15. Lovely weather outside. I'm glad this weather is at least, or this fire is at least working in my favor. Alright, so let's drink that. Now, believe it or not, that was all of the water there. This shelf requires a hatchet. This, yeah, all that requires a hatchet. Don't have a hatchet. So we have 1 hour and 13 minutes. Oh no, that's interesting. It's taking longer to boil the water than I have on the fire. So I'm going to have to add this book to the fire in order to keep it going. I didn't want to do that. But I also need to make some teas. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and drink one of those, which will give me some improved rest, which I desperately need. I guess it'll give me more cooking skill too, which is not the worst thing in the world. Oh wow, I actually can't do anything more. That sucks. Okay, well, 22 minutes. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and drink that. I really hope this storm has passed in the morning. That fire's almost gone. Okay. So if we sleep for 10 hours, we'll burn about 750 calories. We have 1,222 in storage. You could already see our condition climbing pretty rapidly there. Nice. Okay, so we just recovered most of our condition. That's better than I thought it would go, all considered. Now what's really interesting is that the sun is about to rise. I do need to find food, but I have food, thankfully. I've got cattails. There are more cattails to be found, and there will be cattails on the far side of things. So I mentioned the possibility. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm going to be able to take that heavy hammer with me. And I'd prefer to do that, because that way when I go back down into the Forlorn Muskeg from Milton, I won't have to dip back into Mystery Lake, assuming I make it that far. Which, on this difficulty mode, who knows? My approach to the series right now, for those of you, it's been a while since we've done a series like this, but this is not really intended to be a long-form series. You're not really meant to live a long time in this anyway, and those of you who've been around the channel a long time, you know that I'm not a particularly try-hard player. I play Long Dark for the immersion and for the story and for the kind of emergent narrative of just like the tension that emerges from the survival moments. And So I'm not looking to survive in misery as long as I can here. I mentioned some episodes back that I'm, not really a perfectionist player. Same basic principle in terms of what I'm looking for from the series. Let's sleep for an hour, get a little bit... Oh wow, did a storm just kick back up as I was getting ready to leave? That's incredibly rude. It's fine because I need to go through the cave, but wow. Mystery Lake does not want me to leave. Okay, I'm going to grab the better condition of the hammers. Now I'm slightly encumbered, but by the time I am where I need to go, I'll probably be able to drop some stuff. Also, I can honestly get rid of a torch and be okay. Yeah. Not a very fun visit to trappers, I have to say. Yeah, so my plan is, as I was saying a moment ago, my plan for the series at the moment is I want to go for at least 20 episodes, but once we're over 20, if we have a death, then, I'll be happy with the kind of trajectory of the series and how things went first time, and we'll do another Last Misery series in a separate season at some point in the future. But this is not intended to be a long-form playthrough, so I'm not going to throw myself to the wolves, literally or figuratively.
Starting to feel numb.
Oh, you're fine. Don't be a baby. I'm not going to throw myself to the wolves, but I'm also not going to push to make this like a dozens of episode long series. Besides, we're likely to have another death before too long. This is a mode that is designed to try to kill you. But at the same time, it has been kind of tweaked as a result of the feedback that we provided. Well, maybe not as a direct result, but with help from that feedback would be a more fair way to put it. It has been tweaked to be survivable. And that particular piece of feedback was primarily Zach's input, as he discussed in his recent campfire chat. And it makes a lot of sense because, the Long Dark ultimately should be... If you completely take away the possibility of survivability in this, then what's the point? What are you doing? And yes, I know it's dark. I know YouTube is shredding this, but I can actually see at the moment, so I'm enjoying the fact that I don't have to use a flare. The only downside is that I could potentially overlook some matches as a result of this. I might have even overlooked some matches by that campfire back there. But you know what? I'm not going to worry about it. We're going to keep going. But yeah, Misery is survivable, but it's really going to take the experienced Nogoa crowd to play on that level and have any kind of fun with it whatsoever. Alright, so there's some coal on the ground here. But I'm just going to make my way to the exit, which should be not too much farther. Yeah, the downside of all of this moving through the dark... There it is that I might have missed some matches in there. But we're going to Milton. Remember, we're going to Milton, so by the time we get there, we might have a better chance. Okay. Let's go ahead and step back inside here. So we can put the bedroll down and sleep for a moment. That's actually pretty handy, given that I do need to. I guess I'll take the maple syrup. I mean, don't get me wrong, I would love to have some pancakes at some point with that maple syrup, but I'm not really thinking in terms of being able to have pancakes. I'm thinking in terms of survival. That's what matters to me, okay? Just getting through this. Yeah, see, I'm glad I brought the heavy hammer with me, because I'm definitely going to be able to make it as far as I need to. I don't hear... I do think I still hear wind outside. Oh, no, it's better. Cool. Alright, so it's still going to be pretty windy. We've got to make it through this section of the map pretty fast. But there will be some cattails along the way. So I can munch on those. sure I didn't miss any as I ran. Nope, there's a second one right there. And a third. And a fourth and a fifth. Nice. And a sixth in the distance. So now on account of this, ironically, I am actually encumbered. Oh yeah, that's right, because I had the... I put the bedroll on the ground, so that was affecting how things looked weight-wise. Okay, so several cattails here. More than I would normally expect on my standard difficulty settings, which does imply in some ways that the vegetation... I was talking about this a week or two ago with some other creators. It does imply that the vegetation might still be somewhat better than the lowest possible setting. But I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe I need to revisit, like, the Against All Odds code. Not the Season 0 code, but the mainline code that's high difficulty, kind of Loper adjacent. And see, you know, how many cattails I find in this stretch and really compare. Okay, so now pressure's on because I need to get moving.
I've never felt so cold in my life.
That is a lie. You have felt this cold several times. You'll be okay. Okay, I am surprisingly encumbered. I'm lugging around more than I thought I was. I guess it's the coal that I picked up in combination with the cattails and the tinder from the cattails. Alright, let me take this opportunity to survey the area below. I see some bunnies down there. Strong possibility of a wolf, but reasonable chance to avoid said wolf if you're careful. So it's not the end of the world that there's potentially a wolf here. I just don't want to be out here in the cold too much longer, because you never know, Milton could decide to turn this back into a blizzard at any moment. Plus, let's be honest, even if we get by this wolf, we have several other wolves to worry about before we're in an area of Milton that actually feels safe. Okay, I do hear a howl. I don't know if that's going to be the wolf that I'm concerned about. But let's think about what I can drop. I mean, we can drop the revolver skill manuals. That would be the kind of safest bet, because I don't really need those. Okay. I can't see the wolf, so I don't want to drop in on top of him, but I gotta keep moving. So let's just risk it for the biscuit, as Athenon would say. Some bunnies over there. If I can make it around this corner without getting jumped, I'll be happy. Damn, he's right there. Alright, gotta get low to the ground. Oof, bad placement. Okay, he's moving the direction I'm moving, but I might be able to go around him the other way. Unless he turns around. There is a cave over there. So we can dip in here really fast and see if we can get some supplies. Not the worst idea. Oh! Hell yeah, 12 matches. That is a blessing if I've ever seen it. Okay. So now that we've run into this cave, this also gives me the opportunity to veer hard right and hopefully avoid detection by the wolf. I would love to be able to detect the wolf myself, though. Okay, he's right there. Perfect.
Do I, if I don't warm up?
Oh no. Are you kidding me? You're not going to let me up? You are such a jerk. Can't... Wow. Okay, I take it back. You're not a jerk. You're very nice. You're the best game ever, and we love you. You never do anything unreasonable. You never blow wind in our faces when we're moving in any given direction, arbitrarily changing based on the direction that we're walking. You definitely don't intentionally make us miserable with the game mode that has a bunch of afflictions that are just for this game mode so that it can be called misery. You're great, game. You're great. You would never hurt me. And I love you. I'm trying really hard, okay? Alright, let's get moving. And hopefully there's not another wolf up here, because if there is, I'm running straight into the jaws of death. I can't remember if I've ever encountered more than one wolf down here, but now would not be the time that I want to find out that that's the reality, or a possibility, even. Okay. That's a bunny. Alright, we're in pretty good shape. We are encumbered, though. So we've got to make a climb here. Hold up. What's this? Okay. Looked like a bit more of a cave than it actually was. That's fine. Alright, hypothermia risk is climbing, but we're okay. I just need to get inside as fast as I can, which shouldn't take too long here. Not the toughest climb in the world. Let's go ahead and drop 16 of these, and now we're good to go. Cannot climb with a sprained wrist. Of course I can't. Of course I can't. Alright, so we're going to craft 2 bandages. Honestly forgot about the sprain. Honestly. Did not remember that I sprained my wrist. Spent all that time sweet talking the game and talked myself out of that particular bad memory. Okay, here we go. Now, we're not quite home free yet, because unfortunately, we still have to make it all the way down a slope, potentially past some wolves, in order to be in an actual interior area where we're safe-ish. But at least there are some spots to search. At least we got 12 more matches. So we can look around up here for any additional goodies. I don't want to be too rushed here as I check, but I do have hypothermia risk at about 50%. There's some ptarmigan. Can't do much with them at the moment.
Use this.
Alright, field dressing your kill. You know what? I'll take it. I don't have any more climbing to do, so I'll grab that. It is actually warm enough in here. Okay. I forgot that even though this is not a fully interior environment, there is a temperature bonus in this space. So that's a win. What I was referring to a moment ago was under the assumption... Oh, nice, a Summit Soda. Was under the assumption that we would actually not... Alright, there's some trail boots. Probably not going to be better than the boots I'm carrying. Yeah, there's a replacement fuse. It was under the assumption that we would not have a temperature bonus in here, given that it's not actually enclosed. But that's a win. Okay. Ooh, wonderful soundtrack entry, as always. Let's go ahead and drink this soda. And I do think I want to try and make it down...
Wait, I'm so cold. I'm warm enough.
Oof. Do you see what I see? There are 2 wolves, 3 wolves right at... There's a demon. Okay. Alright, that deer might attract some attention. Wow, that is not good placement for my wolves. There's a part of me that's tempted to just go straight for town. Yeah, I'm going straight for town. Screw it. If that's where the wolves are, then I've got a good shot of getting straight into town and being safe. All of them are concentrated around the shop, so that's the game telling me, hey, Hadrian, don't go to the shop. And I'm going to listen. Could still be another wolf in town, because this is a stalker-level wolf population. We also To be honest, I didn't dodge those wolves by like too great of a radius there, so I might just go for that house. And I see some bunnies on the slope ahead. That kind of gives me a feeling of slight safety, maybe. But this will count as a nice kind of arrival to Milton. I can't decide how sad I am about the fact that I left the saplings behind. Because, yeah, I do need to carry them with me. But at the same time, they'll be sitting there curing, and then I can go back for them later. At least I know where they are. Okay, so a couple of candy bars on the ground here. Decent find as we arrive here in Milton. But what we really need is to find some water. And some more matches. Although 12 matches is a huge improvement over where we were just moments earlier. Let's go ahead and see if we can't push a little bit farther. Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice?
Damn, I'm freezing.
If we could dip all the way into Grey Mothers without incident. It'd be lucky. Absolutely would. Alright, I'm going to kind of walk straight toward it on the road here because there's a lot of... There are spaces that I can dip into. Tell you what, here's what I'll do. Since we're at this house, and I want to go ahead and check the houses, let me search this up, and this will be a good stopping point for today. A nice sort of relaxing end. Also, there is a bed here. It's nice and warm. It's interior. We'll head to Grey Mother's next episode. There's some cooking oil. Nice. So the really nice thing about being in Milton is that even though we're on a low loot table... Oh, broth. Even though we're on a low loot table, there is now a much greater possibility of having a good baseline of supplies by the time we're done scavenging this entire town. Nothing guaranteed, but there are lots of spots where good stuff like fire logs, for example, can just randomly appear and make your life a little bit easier. So we can lean on that a bit, just on the general assurance that we are now in slightly safer territory for the next few episodes. And then we'll probably go into Forlorn Muskeg in order to use the forge. And then see what kind of afflictions we have at that point, because we'll probably have another one. If I had to guess, I would say we will probably have another one. Okay, so let's go ahead and first of all take a look at the condition of some of the stuff that I've picked up. I'm going to risk this candy bar before it gets much worse. Alright, no food poisoning. Nice. I'm tempted to drink that broth, not going to lie. But let's eat this granola bar. And we'll drink some water. And the really nice thing about this episode is we're going to end with really great condition. So let's go ahead and sleep for, I'm going to say 9 hours. We'll get about 8. We will wake up with over 75% condition, but 80% condition all considered. We have sour stomach, diminished form. The third affliction is probably on its way, I would guess, in 2 episodes more. Not the next one, but the one after that will probably get our third affliction. Possibly the one after that. It's kind of hard to predict the timing of the third affliction, but that's something we're obviously still working out as we build our experience with this mode. But in the next one, I will continue... Of course, I'll go visit Grey Mothers, but then continue scavenging the Milton area, see what I can find from this more loot-dense region, and then kind of prepare for my trip to Forlorn Muskeg, now that I am in a better place, with or without maple saplings. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. For early episodes, channel emotes, and member badges, look for the join button. New episodes drop at 1 p.m. U.S. Eastern Time every day but Wednesday, and comments are always welcome, so leave your thoughts below, and I'll see you next time.